HASAL Microfinance Bank, one of Nigeria's leading microfinance banks, officially commenced operations on the 2nd of October 2008 as a unit microfinance bank with 36 staff members and a branch in Wuse Zone 6, Abuja.
Since commencement in 2008, about 1,200 opportunities for employment has passed through HASAL Microfinance Bank. Today, we have close to 300 currently in the system. This is coming from an initial staff strength of 37 people when we started the bank in 2008. And as we expanded the business from the head office to branch 1, branch 2, up to 22 branches in Abuja and the Federal Capital Territory, there has been need to continue to expand and create employment opportunities.
In its 10 years of promoting micro, small and medium enterprises and supporting financial inclusion, HASAL Microfinance Bank has employed over 1,415 staff from different ethnic groups, religion and background.
One of the things the founders of HASAL Microfinance Bank had in mind when the bank started was to have the best quality of staff, the best hands in the subsector and, if you like, in the economy generally. We were deliberate about the quality of staff that we're going to bring on board, in terms of quality, in terms of qualification, in terms of drive for the job, their passion, their understanding of the business that we do. So it wasn't meant to be an all-comers affair. It was meant to get the best hands, train them, equip them for the job, and then push them to go get the results.
Currently operating out of 18 branches spread across all the 6 area councils of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja in Nigeria, HASAL Microfinance Bank has stayed consistent on its driving goal of offering outstanding financial services as well as human capacity development.
I joined the bank fresh from school as a youth corps member. I was actually recruited from camp by the MD of the bank and one of the directors.
I can say boldly that working in HASAL has been a great thing that have ever happened to my life, in the sense that I joined HASAL as a contract staff. Few months later, I was made a permanent staff.
Being fresh from school, I don't have any banking experience. I don't have anything banking. But I have always admired bankers. When I go to the bank with my mom, I see them with the skirts and shoes, so I love looking at them. So coming to work in HASAL was like a little child's dream coming true.
Within 1 year, I got promotion to executive assistant. Within another 1 year, I got promoted to management trainee. Within a few years again, I got promoted to assistant banking officer. And few years later again, I got promoted to banking officer. And like that to senior banking officer. And hopefully, I'll soon be promoted to an AM.
From inception, the bank and indeed its management identified that in building a sustainable and efficient banking system that will stand the test of time, investing and reinvesting in human resources through trainings, workshops, seminars, foreign certified courses, and professional certifications needs to be one of its cardinal points.
From the onset, the leadership of HASAL Microfinance Bank identified the human resource as the most important, most significant resource that we need to build our business. The first project we did after opening the bank was to set up the HASAL Institute for Microfinance and Entrepreneurial Studies, the HIMSS Academy. No matter the strategy you have, no matter the technology you put in place, no matter the processes you create, you will need people to deliver them, and the quality of human beings is key to delivering on your strategies.
In 2009, I started as a cleaner. After some months, I got admission into the Ben Polytechnic. But at that time, there was no money on ground. As God will have it, both Madam Joyce Rogers and Mr. Rogers Nwoke gave me the assistance they paid for my fee.
Fast forward 10 years, and the return on investment in its human capital development drive is visible for all to see.
I joined HASAL Microfinance Bank in 2009 as a HASAL collection agent.
I joined HASAL July 2009. I joined as cash officer, but now I'm the head of banking operations.
From there, I was moved to work with the group head, and I've grown from being just an officer.
In 2012, I got engaged with and enrolled for Microfinance International Institute and all that. So I got that. Then also I'll be able to do the certification, the Chartered Microfinance Practitioner now. Then other trainings, workshop, a lot of them on the soft skills, leadership and all that. It's been wonderful, and through all these I'll be able to, a lot of experiences, that actually helping me now and also preparing me for the future ahead.
From staff members who joined the organization from the lowest rung of the ladder to established industry veterans, HASAL Microfinance Bank has provided a working environment that has actively pursued the growth of its team members.
Since I joined HASAL Microfinance Bank, I've had a lot of training and workshop. I did a training on internal control, auditing and anti-money laundering. I had a training on credit risk management, credit appraiser, and I had a workshop on Nigerian housing initiative.
I started as an agent and now I'm a banking officer. While in HASAL, I had in mind of being a chartered accountant because my background was, I have a BSc in accounting. And right now, I'm a chartered accountant. I'm a chartered CITN, that's Chartered Institute of Taxation. I'm certified microfinance certification program of CIBN. I have my MBA with Lautech. I have my MSc in public sector management with Open University. HASAL has been a place that while I work, I also develop myself. They have been able to give me that room, work and learn.
With learning as a major component of its human capacity development, HASAL Microfinance Bank has made sure it spared no cost in ensuring its staff obtain the best exposure and training in international standard practices.
In HASAL Microfinance Bank, we don't joke with training. So training is the first thing I will mention here. We send our staff frequently on local trainings and offshore training to enable them develop themselves and in turn help the bank grow.
The bank has been magnanimous in supporting me in majority of the programs I've applied for. The bank also sponsored my master's in business administration from the University of Birmingham Business School, UK. EFINA, which is Enhancing Financial Innovation and Access, they were going to sponsor 4 individuals in Nigeria for a 3-week management course training in microfinance in Italy. I applied for that and I was fortunate enough to get 70% scholarship for that. The bank sponsored my remaining 30% scholarship for that training.
In a bid to create wealth for staff, the board and management of the bank brought out 300 million naira worth of share capital for its staff to buy into, so that they can become shareholders of the organization.
The other thing that we have done is to give them, a stake in the business that they run. Today, 10% of the equity holding of the bank is set aside for employees, as many as are interested in having a long-term relationship that goes beyond them up to their children and children's children, the generation next. So if you are a staff of HASAL Microfinance Bank and you have been confirmed, you have opportunity to buy the shares of the bank and be part of the ownership so that your returns is not just based on salary, but when the bank makes profit and shares dividend as an employee, you also get a share in this.
As a result of its unwavering commitment to empowering its staff, the testimony of growth among staff members at HASAL Microfinance Bank has been nothing short of phenomenal.
When we came in, the MD, Mr. Rogers, he has to put us through some very interesting and rigorous internal training on microfinance banking, on work ethics, on teamwork, on professionalism, on everything that borders on the values of the bank. When I came into HASAL, I was employed as an MT, the very first level. Today, I head the legal department of the bank.
Beyond the staff members that are currently on the organization's payroll, the wave of impact extends to even employees who are no longer with the bank.
I started working with HASAL Microfinance Bank the year 2010. During my work with HASAL, the first month, they sent me to Calabar. We went for loan recovery. After we came back from my head of our department, he recommended that I should be promoted because I have other experiences apart from being a driver in the company. It was a nice experience working with HASAL.
My name is George Okoro, and I joined HASAL in 2010, prior to when I was employed as staff, when I came for the interview. Just right from that point, I felt like that was my first ever employment after service. So right from the experience I had during the interview, I felt like this is a perfect place for me to start my career, because it felt like a family. The interview process, you could feel the warmth, the smile on their faces, happy people. And I said, why not? This would be a perfect opportunity if I get the job. So it's a place that I really wanted to work the moment I stepped into that place. The experience was something else, and it prepared me for the future, prepared me for who I am today.
After working with HASAL, I had other experience. I've gained some other experience apart from what I had before. So I learned about fish farming. So from there, I started putting interest about it. My wife learned the trade. It was so happy to me that I met my wife while I was working with HASAL. We were in the same department.
I gained a lot from HASAL. Meeting my husband, which is a wonderful man, was a great thing.
And after I got the employment, so I was hired as a business development executive. We're in marketing department basically. And the experience, because as a marketer, it exposes you to meeting with people on a regular basis. You're exposed to people's businesses. You have to interact with people on a daily basis and trying to sell them your product, which is basically part of what I'm doing now as a business. I'm selling my photography product. So that experience, the training, is an experience that I can never, the value can never be overestimated.
One of the things I noticed about the management of this bank is the bonding aspect of it. The MD, he will call you and ask you how you are doing. I remember my son being sick. My managing director, the CEO, the COO, everybody will just keep on watching out for you, calling you, are you okay? That is a beautiful place to work with. I'm spiritual, so for the fact that every year the bank takes everybody to go to church and thank God for sustaining us. The microfinance industry is not easy. Some people close them after 2 years, but we have been here 10 years and we are not looking as if something is good. We are doing better.
Part of the activities for the picnic, as we used to schedule it, we have cooking competition among staff, both male and female. We have football match, both male and female. We have egg race, sack race, and a whole lot of them. At the end of the activities, each winner given a prize.
I've also attended their picnic, last year's picnic and Thanksgiving service. It's always very wonderful with different activities, cash prizes, and some competitions, food, cooking competition and dance and so on.
All the activities I have participated in this bank, one thing I have understood is that as you are doing it, you are learning from him. You give birth in this bank, they will come and visit you, bring lots of gifts to you. You are sick, they come and visit you. You are getting married, there's a gift for you. Everything a package for us. Working in HASAL has been the best thing that ever happened to me. And I'm proud to say thank you.
With a decade of operation under its belt, the future of HASAL Microfinance Bank is indeed set on a path to excellence.
In the next 10 years, doing microfinance services will still be our portion. We will continue to be in the top tier of the microfinance banking subsector. If it is possible, if anybody is going to have a branch in the moon, HASAL will be there. We will continue to emphasize people, people will continue to get the best in the industry. We will continue to train and retrain. We will continue to put our people in that position where they will always at any time look back and say, I work in a real damn good place.
I see HASAL Microfinance Bank as a renowned national microfinance bank that has branches in all the states, and not just the state capital, in all villages and towns of the state in Nigeria.
The advice I have for our staff is that they should be committed. You should always put yourself as if this institution is your business. So always you ask yourself, if this was my business, how would the business be done?
It's not motivation based on salary. It's not motivation based on anything else. It's motivation based on the fact that you believe that truly HASAL is yours and you are a part of that family. When you see HASAL as belonging to you, you'll do everything to wish it well and make sure it thrives. That's my advice.